Tim Pool had Taylor Marshall. Dr. Taylor Marshall is I guess a Christian podcaster. Also is the Timcast contributor, Hannah Claire Brimelow.
Okay.
And Tim's got a new skateboard that he's showing everybody.
Yeah, is the set upgraded? Lighting looks better.
This one did look a little different than like when you were on, Emma. I feel like there has been slight
Maybe they
retro.
renovated
The
it.
amplifier.
Wasn't he going to quit this show, this episode? Wasn't he complaining that in real life was too difficult? Why is he bothering people putting grease down his drain? He doesn't. But all right, here we go.
About this a little bit the other day. As much as there's a lot of people on the left and the right trying to deny it, the anti-Semitism bill absolutely would make it a discriminatory offense under the 1964 Civil Rights Act to claim that Jews killed Jesus. Are you familiar with this?
Oh, yes.
So there's a lot of people coming out and saying, no, you're exaggerating. It's not illegal. That's not what they're saying. No, hold on.
I love the fact that that Tim Pool is going to make the argument that the rest of the bill is fine, except for the fact that you won't be able to say that Jesus killed Jews killed Jesus. Now, I suspect that you probably could say that, but what they really are is the issue here is that you're equating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. And, even this anti-Zionism, I had this conversation with the other day, anti-Zionism is, it seems to me, a creation of Zionists. Because there's another word for anti-Zionism, and that is I believe in democracy. Or I just believe that you shouldn't self-determination, that you shouldn't be oppressing people and preventing them from having any autonomy. But as soon as it becomes anti-Zionism, it becomes I hold a special set of beliefs that are unique to Zionists. No, I just have a set of beliefs that I believe that Zionism runs afoul of. And the belief is not terribly controversial. It is one where it's pro-democratic,
right.
Period. I don't know if Tim Pool has ever complained about the 26 states in the country where you can't get a government contract if you are in any way participate in BDS or any type of boycott of Israel.
Yep.
You can't, you're a speech therapist. You're working with kids who have trouble speaking or have special needs. You can't have that job if you've participated in any type of boycott of Israel.
That literally happened in Texas.
I imagine that Tim Pool has not weighed in on that. But
he's not even making that argument, though. I mean, well, I guess he is making an argument about this specific free speech. And when he says you can't even say that the Jews killed Jesus, that's a wink and a nod to a few people in the audience that want to say more things about Jews outside of the Jesus killing part. It's just you can't say the bad things about Jews, which is what we want to say.
He also knows it's unpopular and that he needs to take a position against it that isn't in line with the protesters.
That's my point there, is that he knows they're against it on the right, so he's going to take a position about it being sort of he's got to find the position.
Surprise, it's attack on us again, the reactionaries.
And this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. We played that clip last week. So he's just saying the liberal fence-sitter Tim Pool
they found a way.
Is aligned with MTG.
No, you're exaggerating. It's not illegal. That's not what they're saying. No, hold on. The anti-Semitism bill got passed, but we don't know if it'll make it to the Senate. Donald Trump in 2019 signed an executive order instructing federal agencies to operate under the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, which includes, as an example, statements like Jews killed Jesus. I'm not saying they did, but it's in the Bible they did. It's in the Bible numerous times, and it's not, and then people try to argue, no, it's in the Bible that they demanded of Pontius to do it. No, it's in the Bible that Pontius says, I will not have this man's blood on my hands. And then the people scream back to him, it will be on our hands and our children. That's in the Bible. So if you believe in the Bible and you preach the Bible and someone is in some way discriminated against, you have now committed a crime under the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which I believe is a civil violation. You get sued and you lose. So no one, you're not going to go to jail for it. Anyone's allowed to go on a street corner and say the most vile things. You know, like, I'm not even talking about the Bible. I'm saying, like, they can go out and be racist, whatever. You can't go to jail for that. But if you kick someone out of a store while holding up a sign that says something overtly racist, they're going to sue you under Title VI, and they're going to win. Now, saying, putting up a Bible passage, like the one of Pontius saying, "I will not have this man's blood on my hands." Imagine you had that in your restaurant, denied service to a guy for some arbitrary reason, like he wasn't wearing shoes, and then he says, "You know what? Well, I was Jewish," and he had a thing on.
Let me just explain what arbitrary means. Arbitrary means something that has absolutely no basis, no reason for it. It's just sort of whimsical. When you deny service to someone for no shoes, you're actually following the health code, and that would be a perfect defense. Exactly. Like if they came in and said, like, "Oh, you have this sign here, and you denied me food." And my defense was like, well, he was not wearing shoes. They would go, "Oh, okay, dismissed, summarily dismissed."
But he has to come up with a fake kind of, I guess, basically pretext for it, because then otherwise he'd have to acknowledge that actually anti-discrimination happens to a lot of different people in places of business, and that's why we need these kinds of laws.
It's also weird, too. Like in this instance, I think what he's really wants is that you were holding the sign as you came in to get the food, and they denied service to you because of the sign. But go ahead.
He wasn't wearing shoes. And then he says, "You know what? Well, I was Jewish," and he had a thing on the sign blaming Jews for killing Jesus. That's why they kicked him out. You will get sued. You will lose.
Yeah. I mean, in Texas, you know what Dairy Queen is?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
Okay. Every Dairy Queen in Texas where I live has a Bible on the counter. Do y'all have that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What?
And there's a highlighter, and it always says highlight your favorite verse. So while you're waiting to order, you go to the Bible, you open it up, and you highlight your favorite. It's just
This did not happen in New England when I was growing
okay.
up.
This is Texas Dairy Queen. Texas Dairy Queen. But I mean, technically, it might not be printed that you have Acts 10 or 2 Thessalonians or any of these verses, but having a Bible present in the store, someone could say that's anti-Semitic, and even look, it's opened up here, and someone highlighted this, you know, and I didn't get and so
and I didn't get served, and it could be
something stupid.
The ice cream maker wasn't working, and then they say no. You look at what happened in Colorado.
The ice cream
The
maker
baker who gets sued over and over and over again. It's opening a door that should not be open. But I will also stress, oh boy, does that bill ban the Quran and the Hadith. Like, it's one thing for the Bible to be like, and Pontius said, "I will not have the blood of this man in my hands." And they yelled back, "It will be on the hands of us and our children." It's another thing in the Hadith where it says, "The hour will not come until the servants of Allah hunt down the Jews, and the rocks and the trees will scream, 'O servants of Allah, there is a Jew hiding behind me, come kill him." That's crazy.
But
I am 100% sure that these religious books will not be outlawed. That if you really want to have a Bible or a Quran,
This is just like Jordan Peterson saying, "I'm going to be put into the gulag for misgendering people."
Yeah, it's hysterical. And also, I'm pretty sure for the foreseeable future, the Christianity is going to be okay in this country.
well, that's the amazing thing, is that they're somehow like, this is about sort of centering themselves and making it about an attack on them. When in fact, I mean, the real problem here is that standard that they're adopting has been one that has been manipulated to defend Israel from critique, not to defend Jews from the charge that 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, they killed Jesus.
Don't worry, Tim. You'll be able to say anti-Semitism. They'll all be able to be anti-Semitic. It won't be a problem if this law were to get adopted. It would be if you were anti-Zionist. That's what it would be a problem.
It's wild the way that we talk about not wanting to frame this as a fight between religions going back thousands of years, and instead look at the imperial and sort of global nation sort of impacts of it. The Jews killed Jesus thing is just an ancient example of that, because we don't talk about the Roman Empire or anything like that. It's just like the Jews killed him.
Okay, let's go to the IMs. Ryan from Cali. Okay, the most basic tenet of Christianity, we all killed Jesus. He died for our sins. It's like when Black Widow died, Avengers Endgame, Tim, unless you're a follower of the Aryan heresy or something. The devil. I'm going to highlight all the chapters about me. Oh, wait. Ismish. My son's in 8th grade. Let me know that a teacher played PragerU video in class Friday. Luckily, he's smart enough to ignore whatever it was saying. Jesus. We're so screwed. We're so screwed.
Yeah, get majority report, homeschool started up.
Ostentatious. Yeah, I live here in Austin. That's BS. I have a Dairy Queen right up my street. There's no Bible on the counter. Dark Soul 9669. The ice cream maker not working is anti-Semitic. McDonald's is out of business due to a lot of lawsuits, folks.
No, he's saying that people will just look for an excuse to like attack them for Christianity if they need one. So like they wouldn't have sued you for the Bible, but the ice cream machine, which at Dairy Queen, you probably want the ice cream machine working.
Chris Burdick. My shop is protected by a sign that says no blood on hands, no service. That's good. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.